Nice to see you all. It's a month now since we've been in lockdown. Actually, it's been 5 weeks, I think. And Muppet's really getting the idea of this because she knows now that her treats are up there. So she's thinking, okay, this is good. I need to have my treats before we start. Hope you're all keeping well and hope you're doing the exercises. Today, we need a few props. So we need maybe a cushion, if you could find yourself a cushion. A big, maybe and a small one. You need either some tins. So we've got the tins. And I found actually a little bit less heavy, some toilet paper. Mine's nicely wrapped up, but you could always wrap yours up in a bit of paper just to keep it clean when we're doing it. But they're a little bit lighter than the tins. So if you find that your strength needs building up, toilet paper is really great. So I'm going to let you just rootle around, find these things while I chat and give you some news about the farm. I've got to use my little piece of paper because I can't remember it all, but I've been in touch with Julie and she says hi, and so do all the rest of the Countrymen team. Oh, Muppet, would you like a little treat? Is that what you're saying? To wait a little bit longer. So the cows have all started to calve, which is really exciting. So Julie wanted you to know that Gemma Rose has had a bull calf, quite a difficult birth, had to be pulled out with a rope, so that sounds pretty hard. Emma has had twins, one brown cow, one black, so one brown calf and one black calf. And this always makes me laugh. Kylie Minogue cow is going to calf this week apparently. So they were just waiting to find out whether she's going to produce this week. So quite exciting at the farm. Lots of calves, and as far as I know, they're all doing really well. And obviously there's lambs, lots of babies coming. So that's exciting. So I think this week we do definitely need to go for a walk in the field to see all the calves that are there. Although they probably would be in the yard. Okay, so the other thing this session we're going to have is that we're going to do most of this session sitting down, because I've had quite a lot of comments saying just would like to have the sessions sitting down. So you're going to sit down, Muppet? Sit? Yeah, you're going to sit. So you're going to do the session. Muppet's doing really well, as you can see. Okay, so I better stop chatting and start a bit of exercise. So, as we always start, we've got the 2 different chairs. So whichever's more comfortable for you, just check it's a nice firm base, and check you've got nice loose, comfortable clothing, good firm shoes. And we're going to first start by sitting up nice and tall and straight. So just check your back's nice and tall, your shoulders are down, and you're looking up. So just imagine that piece of string coming down, hitting you at the top of the head and getting you nice and straight and tall. Okay, so we're now going to look towards our right. And very slowly turn your head. Now, if that's difficult, because I've had a few comments saying it's quite difficult turning your head to your right, just if you can't do that, move your eyes towards the direction you're going, okay? So turn the other way, and if you can find something to scan your eyes on the horizon, just scan your eyes that way, even if you can't move your head. But if you can move your head, bring it round the other side. And then slowly going back again. And then coming back to the front. And going back the other way. And coming back to the front. Okay, so now we're going to stretch our neck the other way. So we're going to bring it towards our shoulder. Okay, so sometimes it helps if we put our arm on our shoulder and just imagine bringing it down towards our arm. But then if it's difficult to bring your arm, but just imagine bringing your head down even if you can't quite bring it down. And the other way. So bring it down the other way. Nice and gently. And back to the front. And again the other way. And back to the front. And the other way. And back to the front. Okay, so we're going to loosen our shoulders now. So we're just going to give them big round, moving them round backwards. Just bringing them round. And then we're going to bring them forward. So just loosening those shoulders off. And this is often where we have a bit of tension. I can feel a bit of an ache just there. Ooh, loosening it all off. Okay, so we're going to bring our shoulders up to our ears now. So bringing those shoulders up to our ears. And then just dropping them down. Really feel them drop down. And bring them up to our ears. And dropping down. You're hopeful for another treat, Muppet, aren't you? And bringing them up. And down. Lovely. Okay, now we're just going to swing our arms. So just swing our arms, so loosen those arms right off. Lovely. And if you can bring them right up, or if it's just a little bit, just loosen them off. Okay, so now we're going to bring our arms together and we're going to just hold our elbows, okay? So we're going to go round in a circle. So we're going to bring them right up and bring them round and along. If you can only do a little one like this, that's fine. It's just the rotation of your shoulders. So it doesn't matter how big your circle is. The bigger, obviously, the better. But if you can't do that, a little one will do. And if that's really difficult, you can always just rock. Just rock one way and rock the other. Okay, so we're going to go the other direction now. So bring it round the other way, and obviously if that's difficult, just rock your arms. Lovely. Okay, so after doing that one a bit warmer, so we're going to open our sash window. So we're going to bring our hands together and we're going to go up and along. Grab onto our sash windows and pull them down. Get a bit of fresh air in before we start our exercise. And up and along. Grab onto our sash windows and pull them down. And together, and up, and along. Grab onto our sash windows and pull them down. And one more, together, and up, and along. Grab onto our sash windows and down. Okay, so now we're going to put our hands behind our bottom. Okay, and we're going to stretch up. So we're going to arch our back, stretch our shoulders back, really big arch, lift our chin up just a little bit, and just really stretch your back. Push that chest out, and then just relax down. And again, bring it up and relax down. And one more, bring it up and relax down. Okay, so now we're going to bring our hands across our chest and we're going to turn around to look over one shoulder. So just really twisting that back around. You should feel a real twist in your waist. And then slowly to the front and back the other way. And back to the front. And one more. Over to look behind your shoulder. Nice big twist and hold. And the front. And again, another big twist. And back to the front. Okay, now we're going to move our legs a little bit. So we're going to go up onto our toes. And down, and up onto our toes, and down. And then bring our toes up, and down, and toes up, and down, and toes up, and down. And then we're just going to bring it, so we're just going backwards and forwards, toe to heel, just loosening up our legs. And then we're just going to do a little stamp, just to check that our legs are lovely. Okay, so I think we're a little bit warmed up now. Okay, so now we're going to do the main exercises. So we're going to sit back on our chair to start with. Okay, and as I said, we're going to do mostly sitting exercises today because that's what's been requested. But you know that you can get up and do all the other exercises in between. So you know, try and do a little combination of both if you can. Okay, so actually, I've forgotten. We've forgotten our walk before we do the main exercises. So let's go for a walk, Muppet, shall we? Yeah, let's go for a walk. So forward in the chair again, okay? And we're going to go for a little walk. So we're just going to start going off for a little walk. So we're going to go to see the cows in the yard because they've all calved. Well, two of them have calved, twins. We'll check the calves are okay. So we're walking across and it's looking good. So just check you're moving your arms, you're moving your legs, and we're getting to the yard. So we're getting to the gate, okay, we need to push the gate open, and then we need to push it the other way, check it's closed. Okay, so we're in with the yard, we're just going to walk around the yard now and just check on all the cows and calves, and there's many of them, so it's all rather exciting. And we're particularly going to check on Countrymen because obviously she's expecting, so we're going to give her a good old stroke and just check she's doing all right. So let's just give her a nice big stroke. Just check her this way, check her that way. So just nice movement along. She likes that. And then this way, and that way, and this way, and that way. She's enjoying that. She's very round, so we're hoping that she'll calve this week. Okay, so let's just keep going along the yard. Oh, and we thought we closed the gate, but actually, not sure that we did, so we better just have a little run to get to the gate because we're going to lose the cow otherwise. So quick, quick, quick. Lift those knees if you can. Feel yourself getting a little bit hotter. Woo! And you can close the gate. So let's just close the gate and double check this time that we've closed the gate. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to go across the yard. It is still a bit muddy, so we're just going to get ourselves across the yard. So you've got to lift your legs a little bit more to get across the yard because otherwise your boots will get stuck. So a bit gloopy, so a bit slower, lifting those knees right up to get across that muddy yard. Okay, lovely. And we're just going to have a little look in the field as we go through that muddy field. A little bit of walking to get through the field and a little bit of moving and walking across some logs. So we're going to go this way and that way and over the log and over the log. Oh, and then we're just going to carry on walking. I think it's time for a cup of tea after all that walking. Or actually maybe you'd rather fancy a nice big pint. Maybe a little bit early in the morning for me, but one or the other. Right, let's just sit down and let's just check that we are looking at all our animals. So let's bring our hand up to our forehead and just survey. Just check everything's all right. Looking around one way and back. And then looking around the other way and back, just checking all is well in the yard. It's all looking good. It's looking good, Muppet. Right, so now we can start on our main exercises. Okay, so sitting back in the chair, we're going to start with our legs and we're going to bring ourselves nice and straight and up again. And we're going to just lift one of our legs, our right leg I'm going to start with, but whichever side you want. And we're just going to lift them up. So bring it up and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, up, and down. And the next leg, the other leg. Oh, up. Luckily I haven't got 4 legs like the dog, so we don't have to do all of them. We are going to do our arms though. And up, and down, and up, and down, and oh, you're helping, Muppet. And down, and up, and down. Okay, so now we're going to go sideways. So we're going to bring our leg out to the side and back and out to the side and back and out to the side and back and out to the side and back. Another leg out to the side. So you can imagine you're stepping over a log again and out to the side and back and out to the side and back and out to the side and back. Okay, so now we're going to get our nice big cushion and we're just going to put it between our knees. So bring ourselves forward in the chair so you can get your nice cushion. Do you like my cushion? It's got a little chicken on it. Oh, actually, I think it's a cockerel actually. Yeah, I thought that was quite appropriate, thinking about the chickens and cockerels at the farm. So we're going to bring it between our knees and we're going to squeeze our knees together. So we're going to squeeze them together and out and squeeze and out and squeeze and out. Oop, it's dropping a bit. And squeeze and out. And you might have to hold it up. And squeeze and out. And one more. Squeeze and out. Okay, so now we're going to use, we've got the little cushion that we've got. We use our arms now. Okay, so we're going to bring our arms out and back and out and back. Do you like my chicken? And out and back and out and back and out and back. And if we can, we're going to bring it up this time and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And we're going to do a bit of squeezing again. So we're going to bring our arms and we're going to squeeze together. So give a big squeeze. This is good. You'll feel this in your arms and out. This poor cockerel's getting well squeezed. And squeeze again and out. And squeeze again. And out. And squeeze again. And out. And one more squeeze. And out. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of movement to keep us a little bit more supple and flexible. So this might be a bit of a big cushion, but we're going to pass it underneath our legs. So we're going to bring it round. So this is why I've got a smaller cushion, because I thought this could be quite tricky. So we're going to bring it round and under our legs and up. And round and under our legs and up. And round and under our legs and up. Muppet's thinking, what are you doing? And round and up. And round and up. And round and up. And go the other way. And round and up. And round and up. And the other way. Round and up. And round and up. Okay, so now a little bit more tricky. We're going to try and bring it behind us. And round. So if you've got problems with your shoulders, this is more of a difficult one. But we're bringing it round behind us. So you need some space behind your chair, and we're bringing it round. And round. And the other way. And round. And round. And round. What do you think, my pet? You going to sit for us? Oh, well done. Might have to give you a treat for that, mightn't we? Right, so we're going to get ourselves up off the chair, only because I'm going to go and get my toilet paper and my my tins. But I think it's really useful just to do this sitting to standing. So as you remember, you come forward in the chair. Okay, either use this or let's go on this chair. Let's go on this chair. Put my chicken there. There you go. Let's sit on this chair. Okay, so as you remember, you can use the arms of the chair, but bring yourself forward. Okay, just check your feet are hip width apart. All right, and we're just going to go to standing. So after 3, I'm going to bring my hands across my body, and after 3, 1, 2, 3, bringing myself forward, pushing my bottom out, and bringing myself up. And then feel for the back of the chair, and we're going to sit down again. After 3, 1, 2, 3, pushing my bottom out, leaning forwards and coming down nice and slowly. And then again, bringing myself up to the front of the chair, feet hip width apart, hands out, and off we go. 1, 2, 3, leaning forwards, bottom out, and coming forwards. And then feeling for the back of the chair, and pushing my bottom out, head down, nose down, and coming back in. And then bringing myself back to the front of the chair. And of course, if any of that's quite difficult, you can always just use your 2 arms on the chair, leaning forwards, pushing up, and bringing yourself up. And then feeling for the back of the chair, feeling for the arms of the chair, pushing your bottom out, and bringing yourself down. Okay, last one, bringing yourself forward, and we're going to go across the chest and leaning forwards, pushing up, 1, 2, 3, and up we go. Brilliant. Hopefully you've been doing that in all your different firm chairs around the house, keeping yourself fit. Okay, so Muppet, you can have a treat. You're doing very, very good. And you're doing very well, aren't you? Going for your little walks every day. And now what you need is your tins, and you need your either your tins or your toilet roll. So of course the tins are more heavy for your arms, which we're going to do some arm exercises. The toilet paper is quite sturdy, a little bit sturdier than the tin, so it's whichever you want to do. So we're going to start with some exercises for your legs on the floor. So I'm going to use my toilet paper. Looks nice, doesn't it, Muppet? Look at that toilet paper. Okay, so what we want to do with this, and Muppet, you're probably going to be in the way, I think. Let's just move you this way. That's it. Oh, you're going to sit down there. That's it. Sit down. That's it. Good girl. That's it. Okay, so we're going to put our toilet paper. Put our toilet paper. We're going to put our toilet paper in front of us, and we're going to just step and step and step and step and step. Like we're climbing a load of stairs, really. So we're going to have to really keep stepping and step and step and step and step and step and step and step. I think we've climbed quite a lot of stairs now, so we should be feeling that. Okay, so now we're going to bring our toilet paper a little bit closer with a bit of a gap, and we're going to step over. So imagine your toilet paper is actually a log or something in the farmyard, and you're just going to bring your leg over and back, and over, and back, and over, and back, and over, and back, and the other side, and over, and back. Are you thinking this is really strange, Muppet? Over, and back, and over, and back, and over, and back. Okay, so now we're going to put our toilet rolls or our tins like this, and we're going to do a little bit of rolling forwards and rolling back. So a little bit of coordination required here. So got to try and keep those toilet rolls or tins in the right direction. So rolling one way and then rolling the other. And rolling one way and rolling the other. This is why you might want to cover your toilet rolls or use tins, because you've got your foot on it. So there we go, rolling one way. Whoa, mine's going away from me. And rolling the other. I can really feel that one really working there in my glutes. Okay, so change over and off we go. Ooh, rolling one way and rolling the other. This isn't a ball, is it, Muppet? You need your ball, don't you? Where's your ball? Very strange. Oh no, mine's coming unwrapped. Okay, so since it's all becoming unwrapped, we're going to pick those up. Okay, so now we're going to do our hand exercises, which actually, these are quite bulky to do hand exercises, but they're quite good for your grip, quite nice and sturdy, not quite as heavy as the tins. So whichever is best for you, for your arms. So I'm going to put those away, and I'm going to just use my tins for this one. Okay, so I've got my tins, and I'm going to bring them up towards my shoulders. And down. This is where Muppet thinks it's dog food. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Yeah, she definitely thinks that's dog food going up there. And up. And down. And up. And down. Okay, so now we're going to bring them up if we can. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And if we can bring them out to the side, we'll bring them out to the side and down and out to the side and down and out to the side, down and out to the side and down. Now if any of that's just too difficult, you can always just not use the tins at all and just do it with your hands clenched and just do the same exercises in the same way if it's too difficult, and build up and work up to having some weight. So obviously you could start like that. You could then start with the toilet paper, a bit less, heavy, going on to the tins, which is even more heavy. So just work your way up and just see what works for you, see what's the easiest thing for you to do, which is obviously important way of doing it. Okay, so now we're going to just work our legs and our hands together. So we're going to just do a little jig. So we're going to bring our heel and then bring it back to the front and bring our other leg out to our heel and out. So we'll just practice that. So we're doing a little jig here. Okay, just bringing ourselves like this, making a nice sound. Okay, now we're going to clap at the same time. So we're doing a nice little jig together. So nice and slow to start with. And then we're going to go a little bit quicker if we can. So keep that clapping going a little bit quicker. And a little bit quicker. So you're really jigging now. And we're going to slow it down again. So slowing it down. And quickening it up again. Off we go, and off we go, quickly. And you should be feeling a little bit warmer now. And slowing it down. Should we make it a bit more difficult, Muppet? What do you think? Yeah, make it a little bit harder. Okay, so we're going to clap our hands still. We're still going to do our little jig, but we're going to move our arms around. So we're going to clap here to start with, and then we're going to go a little bit higher and clap up here and down here and up here and down here. So let's try again. So bringing your heel and starting with your little jig and then adding in the clap. Okay, so now we're going to change where we put our clap. So we clap and then we're going to go high, down, 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 high, down. Are you feeling any warmer? I'm starting to feel a bit warmer. Are you feeling warmer, Muppet? It's hard work this, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to do our claps to the centre and up, to the side, okay? All the time trying to move our feet. So centre, up, to the side, Okay, off we go. Start with our feet. So we should be getting a bit warmer. Add in our clapping. So front, up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side, front. Oh, got muddled up myself. Front, up, side, front, up, side, front, up, side, and front, up, side. Last one. Front, up, side. Oh, one more. Front, up, side. You're doing so well. I added in an extra one. So if you're getting a bit muddled with your clapping or you can't reach up, just do what you can. So if you can only get up, this far, that's fine. If you can only do it at the front, just do what you can. Just enjoy it. That's the main thing. So should we do one more should we do the same one just quickly and try and speed it up again, okay? Off we go. Doing our little jig and off we go. Front, up, side, front, up, side. Oh, I've done it all wrong. All wrong. I wonder whether you're getting into a pickle at home as well. Let's try again. Okay, off we go. Get our legs going. And we try and do it a little bit faster. Off we go. Front, side, front, up, side, front, up, side. Well, I'm quite warm, so I think we'll do our little cool down now. Muppet, what do you think? She thinks definitely. We haven't got any balls, have we? Around the place. Oh, I'm going to play with your ball. She wants nice ball playing. Let's just get your ball. Look at that. There you go. You haven't played with your ball, have you? What do you think, Muppet? Right. Okay, so let's do our cool down. I think we've worked really hard today. Hope you've enjoyed it with all the toilet papers and the tins and the cushions. You've enjoyed it, I think, Muppet, although I don't know if you think you thought we were a bit mad with all this stuff. Okay, so sitting down nice and tall and straight, okay, and we're going to start with our head, just moving it to the side. And again, if you can't move your head to the side, just move your eyes. So over to one side and back. And over to the other side, and back, and over to one side, and back, and over to the other side, and back. And then just rolling those shoulders around one way, and rolling back the other way. And stretching the back up now, so bringing your hands behind your back, stretching up that back, nice and tall, and just slumping down, and bringing yourself up nice and tall, and back, and one more, stretching up nice and tall, and back, and then bringing your hands across, and looking one way, and to the front, and looking the other way, and to the front, and one way, and to the front, and another way, and to the front. Okay, so we're just going to now just bring ourselves to the side. So just imagine you're nice and straight and you're just leaning to one side. So you're going to pick something up off the floor. and then the other way, and back the other way, and back the other way, and nice and tall and straight now. Okay, so now we're going to work our hands. So do you remember we did our piano? So we're just going to be piano players again, just twiddling our fingers, moving those fingers around, playing something really nice, just moving those fingers and then just shaking them out. And we're going to bring our hands up like a sunshine, and then we're going to bring them in and out like a sunshine, and then bring them in and out like a sunshine, and bring them in, and one more, out like a sunshine, and bring them in. And we're going to clench them, so really clench them, really clench your whole arm, and then we're just going to flick them open. And again, really clench, 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 and flick them open. And again, clench, 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 and flick them open. Okay, and now we're going to just do our moving along with our thumb along each finger. Okay, so we did this last week. All right, so each hand moving along and pressing each finger. So do it on each hand, and then we're going to do it both hands. So we're going to do thumb to index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to little, thumb to middle, thumb to middle, sorry, thumb to ring, thumb to middle, and thumb to index, and back again. And then give them a little shake. Okay, now tucking your elbows in, and we're just going to move now our wrists. So we're not moving our arms, we're just moving our wrists now one way. Forget about our wrists and our fingers. And then the other way. Just moving it round. And then we can release our elbows, and we can just move around all our arm, our whole arm, and our wrist, and go around the other way. Lovely. And just shake out. Okay, so now we're just going to check that we've done our feet. So we're just going to go up onto our toes, and down, and 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 up onto our toes, and down. And this time we're going to bring our feet a little bit out, and then we're going to go up onto our heels, and down, and up onto our heels, and down, and up onto our heels, and down, and up onto our heels, and down. One more, and up onto our heels, and down. Bringing our feet back in, and we're just going to do a little zigzag backwards and forwards. Little zigzag, moving those feet, zigzagging them along. Okay, now we're going to bring them straight ahead, and we're just going to go from toe to heel, just massaging the bottom of those heels. And then we're going to just hold our leg, and we're going to just do our ankle. So we're going to just move the ankle. So we're stopping the knee from moving. We're just letting our ankle move round one way and then round the other way. And then swapping over legs. Hold the other knee. So you don't want that knee to be moving. You just want your ankle to be moving round one way and then round the other way. Okay, and one last stretch. So we're going to bring one of our legs out. Okay, the other bent knee, we're going to put our hands on that bent knee, and we're just going to lean down, and you should feel a nice stretch going down the back of your leg. So you should be sitting forwards in the chair as you do it, and feel that nice stretch. And then the other way. Feel that nice stretch going down your leg. And hopefully you're feeling good after all that exercise. It's been lovely to be here, to be with you. And then release. So I guess we need to finish with our little shoulder, out, 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 and just check that you're in that. So off we go. We're going to do it really fast because you should get the measure of this. So we're going to go shoulder, out, 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 shoulder, out, 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 out. Just to check no one's fallen asleep. Shoulder, out, 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 shoulder, out, 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 out. I wonder whether we could do some legs at the same time, but I think that could be quite confusing. Anyway, I think we've worked really hard sitting down today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed being with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week. If you have joined the Countrymen UK's site on Facebook, then you can write any comments you want, and I can reply to them, which would be really great. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good week. Look after yourselves. Try and do your exercises every day. Really makes you feel good. And it's time to say goodbye. So I'll say goodbye. Come on, Muppet, you can come and wave a paw, can't you? Come and wave a paw to everybody. You're doing so well. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next week. Thank you.